This is terrible. This is really nasty. For whatever reason, she's wearing a high-heeled boot and bare-leg miniskirt in the middle of this heavy snow. Her hair is long, curly, and a light brown color that almost looks blonde. She is the epitome of what a lady should be. How come? Of all locations, is there a gal here? I had no idea what to say because the circumstances were so strange. I am Jason. For a corporation, I am a system engineer. A system engineer oversees and maintains the company's online systems, as the name would imply. I occasionally have to work after hours, outside of typical business hours, in order to make modifications. I might be called in at any time of day or night if there's an issue, and it's not unusual to be on call all day in case something comes up. It's a challenging job. Hey, would you please come now? We are unable to complete any work because the lines are completely down. I had the day off because it was the weekend, but my boss Mitch contacted me in the evening. Mitch is a conceited individual who dictates to others how he pleases. He seems to believe that everything is irrelevant as long as he is all right. I ended up needing to report in for Mitch's weekend work even though I finally got a day free. The unfavorable weather this weekend was caused by the cold wave that began yesterday. I was unsure of the end time, so I took the car to the workplace. When we were finished, it was around 9:00 p.m. It was snowing fiercely outside, and there wasn't much people around to witness the snow piling up. I take it you drive a car. Mitch, who had completed getting ready before me, stated, as though it were clear, "Give me a ride." The web news said that all of the trains were running late and that there were a lot of people at the stations. Even though Mitch's house is farther away from mine, I doubt I could have made it home without getting him a ride in this circumstance. I drove him home reluctantly, but I was overly optimistic. The snow was about knee-deep when we stepped outside, and the wind felt like a storm. Additionally, there was a mound of snow next to the parking lot entrance, possibly as a result of the direction of the wind. Maybe because there aren't many other cars around. I ran back to the office in a panic and grabbed rubber gloves, a janitor's locker full of Wellington boots, and 2 shovels. To get the car out, I had to shovel the snow first. "Mitch, can you help me out here?" "What? Me? Why? You take care of your car." "It's my car, but I can't drive you home like this." After saying that, Mitch grudgingly grabbed a shovel and started to slowly and unenthusiastically move the snow. The moment we cleared the snow, more of it piled up. Because it was so wet and chilly, we shoveled quietly until we had enough room for the car. However, Mitch hurriedly climbed into the car without even bothering to put the tools away. He even dared to put on the warmth and start the engine. With a sigh, I closed them for the 2 of us. I let the wet instruments air dry by leaning them against a nearby wall. Upon returning to the vehicle, Mitch gave me a fierce look and remarked, "You're slow, you slug." His conceit was almost refreshing at this point, but there was a sound as we were ready to finally hop in the car and drive away. It had the sound of an automobile horn. What is that? Is there a problem? Perhaps someone is in need of assistance. Ignore it. There's more snow on top. Mitch insisted he was done shoveling, but the horn would not go off. I couldn't resist being inquisitive. But isn't there nobody else in the vicinity? What if someone truly requires assistance? Not being able to stop it, I walked back outside the automobile, believing that nobody would come to help in such a scenario. Mitch was screaming inside, "I'm not helping." "Do whatever you want," I said, but I quickly sprinted into the deep snow after grabbing the shovel, Wellingtons, and rubber gloves I had left outside to dry. Eventually, I followed the alarm sound and discovered a car partially submerged in snow. It was in a horrible state and parked in an open lot. A young woman was standing close by. She was strangely dressed in a miniskirt, bare legs, and high-heeled boots amid this deep snow. Her hair was long, lightly curled, light brown, almost blonde. She appeared to be the epitome of a lady. Oh man, this is seriously bad. The girl kept reaching into her pockets and fiddling with the contents of her purse. What's wrong? The vehicle won't start. Looks like I might have misplaced my key. Yes, it's awful, right? Wait, if you don't have the key, the car won't move, right? She probably tried to open the door without the key, setting off the auto security system and setting off the alarm. She kept trying to open the door because she didn't understand this, or maybe because she was terrified, but the alarm wouldn't go off. I told the gal not to touch the door for the time being while I considered my options. It is impossible to find the key in the snow, and it will take a long time to dig the automobile out due to its deep burying. It turned out that she needed to go close to Mitch's house when I asked where she needed to go. I offered to give her a ride in my car as she could come pick up her car tomorrow. I spoke with the woman for a short while as I made my way back to my car. Ashley is her name. Her grandfather is not in critical condition at the hospital, but she received a call stating he wasn't feeling well and hurried over in the deep snow. She frequently assists with her grandfather's care and household chores because her mother and grandmother are preoccupied with their jobs. In addition, she enjoys living and is pursuing her studies to become a care manager. My grandpa really spoilt me, and since my mom and grandma work, it's only natural for me to help out, she remarks nonchalantly, not boasting about anything particularly noteworthy. Her appearance and manner of speaking led me to believe that she was frivolous, and I felt bad about it. Are you serious? That is quite remarkable. I sincerely apologize for my misinterpretation. I simply believed you were just some gal based on the way you looked. For real? That's crazy, but everyone thinks that, so it's fine. I'm a gal after all. She laughs off brightly. More importantly, I'm going to post this on social media, so take a picture of me. She starts taking pictures with the heavy snow in the background. Let's take one together as a memory. I'll cover your face. She includes me in the picture. She immediately edits the photo and posts it on social media with the caption, "This snow is crazy." I'm relatively young myself, but I wouldn't think to do something like that. I haven't had many opportunities to interact with someone like Ashley, but it's refreshing and quite interesting. You're so slow. What were you doing? The snow must have piled up again. When I return to my car, Mitch is furious, having to wait. Moreover, the entrance of the parking lot is starting to get buried in snow again. I'd admit we're late, but his attitude is unacceptable. Still sitting in the car, he demands me to hurry up and clear the snow. Ashley sees Mitch and says, "What's with this old guy? If he wants it done faster, he should help too." Who is this silly girl? I'm a department head, his boss. I don't care. You're not my boss. Maybe you should quit a company with such a boss. Want to come work at my grandma's company. Ashley rebukes Mitch sharply while helping with the snow. Their back and forth is almost like a comedy duo, and it lightens the mood. I say, "Wow, your grandma is a president? That's impressive." Right? I may not look like it, but I'm a princess, Ashley jokes. Then Mitch got mad at me again. Just do it. Hurry up. While repeating this process, I somehow finish shoveling the snow and drive them, calming the two who are still bickering in the car. After that, Mitch starts to see me as someone who can handle troublesome people effectively. A few days later, when the snow has completely melted, Mitch calls me in. This time it's during regular business hours. Thinking it might be another system issue, I head over, only to be told there's a complaint from a major client. Handle it. Why me? I'm an engineer. Then, bringing up Ashley, he says, "You're good with difficult people, right? Just handle them like you did with that girl the other day," making an unreasonable request. Even though I argue that this situation is different, I'm somehow persuaded and end up going to the client with Mitch. The client is a company we do a lot of business with. Today, President Thompson, the head of the company, will handle the matter personally. I hear that President Thompson is a tough and renowned woman in her 60s, Feeling nervous, I'm led to the reception room. When President Thompson arrives, she looks at me and says, I've seen you somewhere. But I have no recollection of her. Still, she seems intrigued and examines my face closely. Well. Today, I brought Jason, our customer relations specialist, says Mitch, making up a non-existent department name and intending to leave everything to me, an engineer. Moreover, the complaint is about a sales-related issue completely unrelated to me, and I have no idea what's going on. As I'm wondering what to do, President Thompson suddenly says, I remember, and shows me her phone. There's a photo of me and Ashley on it from the other day in the snow. My granddaughter sent this to me. This is you, right? Your granddaughter. Jess called Ashley. Turns out Ashley is President Thompson's granddaughter. Since her childhood, Ashley, interested in fashion and hairstyles, used to wear and create her own unique styles, often attracting attention from her peers in school for her distinctive ideas. Starting around middle school, she embraced the gal style, drawing even colder judgment from society, often judged solely by her appearance without anyone bothering to understand her. However, on the day she met me, she happily told her grandmother, I met such a nice guy. He helped me with shoveling snow and even gave me a ride home when I was in trouble. It's the first time someone outside my family has been so kind. She was thrilled and sent her photo to President Thompson. She always looks out for her grandpa and is a great kid, aiming to be a care manager. But it's a shame she's not understood due to her hobbies and preferences. Sighs President Thompson. At first I thought, why does she dress like that? But she hasn't changed since she was little. I was embarrassed to have thought that about my granddaughter. You're the first to really see her for who she is. She seems so happy. I want to thank you for that. Really? Thank you. She expresses her gratitude. Then, glaring at Mitch, she says, and I heard from Ashley that you're an engineer. The original person in charge should be Mitch here, right? Seeing right through it, it seems she has always had a lack of trust in Mitch's casual approach. Meanwhile, Mitch turns pale upon hearing what President Thompson had to say. He must be regretting speaking ill of the president's granddaughter. Then Mitch's phone rings. It's a call from the company, and Mitch's complexion worsens even more upon answering. Apparently, a video that seems to feature Mitch has been posted on social media. The video, uploaded from Ashley's account, shows the interior of my car on that snowy day. Though the faces are hidden, it's clear that it's from when I was driving Mitch and Ashley. What's up with this gal? What a waste of time helping someone like her. I'd like to see what her parents look like. Such a foolish girl. Mitch is caught on video hurling insults at me and Ashley. The comments are overwhelmingly critical, saying things like, "That's awful. I wouldn't want a boss like that." It has become a hot topic on social media. A colleague who was checking social media for work found this video and recognized Mitch's voice. Soon, an attitude in the office is abuzz with this rumor. You always blame others when things go wrong. As someone in a position of authority, you should take responsibility for your actions. I'll tell Ashley to delete the video, so make sure you apologize properly, President Thompson advised Mitch, who trembled and nodded repeatedly. When President Thompson contacts Ashley, she gets flustered immediately. Upon being told about the social media post, Ashley says, "That one. I just deleted it. I was a bit annoyed when I posted it, but maybe it was rash, showing signs of regret. The individual in question is in front of me right now." She hands Mitch the phone and says, "I'll hand it over so you can talk." With hesitation, Mitch answers the phone and begins to talk. "I apologize. I went too far. I only use your appearance to make a snap judgment about you without knowing anything about you. Really, it's not that bad. Everyone does that. But if you have that attitude, you'll make others despise you, including that guy and the individuals you work with. I take it you're a big shot?" Ashley laughs and forgave him, sounding older than she actually is. You have to value people, she says. After that, Mitch apologizes a lot. Ashley has such a forgiving heart for her age, and for that I am grateful and full of respect. Caring for others and having empathy are more essential than appearances or age. These characteristics enable us to sympathize with and address the suffering of others. In this instance, Ashley's initial upload of the post was removed. It must have occurred to you that you should have removed it before someone pointed it out of regard for them. Now that you know, Mitch, please bring a better strategy by next week. I have faith in you, President Thompson says. Mitch gave a gloomy nod. After that, Mitch kept showing up for work as usual. However, after some time, he relocated to a different branch and filed for a transfer. Within the workplace, there is a widespread belief, if unconfirmed, that he is the person in the video. He felt uncomfortable when he saw the harsh criticism left in the comments section. Even though he was more quieter than normal, he must have felt uncomfortable at his new branch. I pray that he never forgets what Ashley said. As for me, I continue to work as a system engineer and see Ashley on occasion. For a while, she continued to identify as a gal. Then one day she made the abrupt decision to stop, altering both her appearance and her speech pattern. I didn't want to bother Grandma indefinitely, but I thought being a gal was my thing. Ashley remarked, "Besides, there are people who see me for who I am, like you," exuding a confidence and attractiveness that was distinct from her gal days. Maybe now she's revealing the beauty of her inner self. As a care manager, she appears to be leading a fulfilling life. I want to always be reminded not to criticize others based on their age or appearance.